I've got a lot of crafts for you guys that you don't want to miss. Keep watching. Hey there, welcome back to Limabean Living. If you guys are new here, my name is Emily. Welcome to my little motherhood channel where I take care of all things mom. I am the type of mom that likes to do crafts and make my own decorations. And so in today's video, I am going to be showing you my 5 latest crafts. Now, if you want the full tutorials, I have each of them as separate videos, and they're short and sweet videos up on my crafting channel, which is Limabean Crafting. I will link it up above and down below if you want to go ahead and check out any of those videos after this one. But let me show you what I've recently made. So this little kind of pumpkin table decoration is my latest craft, and it only cost me about $5 in Dollar Tree supplies. What you do is you actually pick up a styrofoam pumpkin that's bright orange with a little green stem, and I went ahead and painted this and then sealed it with just some Mod Podge and essentially stuck a toothpick in the pumpkin and put little fake flowers that I picked up from the Dollar Tree and just stuck it in. And I love how this turned out. The color that I chose of paint is called, it's like the color's egg, I think. And I picked it up from Target for like $1 or $2, somewhere around there. And I just think the fall colors, they're nice and warm and really go with the decorations in the house that we're staying in right now. I think my mom's calling dibs on this, we'll see. But this was a super easy one to make, and you don't need a lot of skill. Go ahead and give it a try if you guys want. My next recent craft is this sign that I made using my Cricut. This contact paper is from the Dollar Tree. This is like removable vinyl. That's, I think, Cricut brand. And these decorations up here, the flowers and the pine cones, were kind of given to me, but they were just kind of leftover craft scraps, I guess. But Dollar Tree sells similar stuff. I got these little pumpkins from the Dollar Tree and this rope and the pizza pan that it is made from, as well as this little kind of garland up top, how I chose to hang it. So this was a pretty simple craft to make. If you don't have a Cricut, you could probably find there's like metal welcome signs that Dollar Tree sells, or find some other stickers, or just kind of be creative or try to handwrite stuff using a chalk pen or like a paint pen or something like that. So it doesn't have to be exact if you don't have a Cricut and can't get this. But if you want to figure out like what font I used and see the exact steps on how to make this, I will link this one up above and down below, as I will with all of my other crafts. This is my next craft that I made. It is a little sign that you hang on your door. The sign that this originally said, it was from Dollar Tree, as most of my crafts are, and it was some like catnap type of little sign. And so what I did was I actually painted one side with chalkboard paint and then used the adhesive cork sheet that Dollar Tree sells and used that on the other side. So you essentially can have a chalkboard message, created a little pocket with Jenga block pieces from the Dollar Tree so that you could hold chalk in here. And then if you wanted to, you can go ahead and use push pins to maybe post like, hey, I'm reading, or hey, I'm sleeping, or something. But I like these types of like items, I guess, if you're hosting a party and you want to identify the restroom for any guests that are new. I think it's a really good, cute little way to decorate the space and identify the space without having just a big, like, this is the bathroom sign. You could also use it in the front yard if you're having a party out back and you just want people to come around the side of the house and just say like, go to the side of the house or something, or come around back. Or like if you want to hang it on your front door and you have a newborn, you could write like, please knock, don't use the doorbell or something like that. So these have many purposes, but I like that you can choose between cork or chalkboard. This next little craft is multi-purpose. It can just be used as decoration, or you can use a push pin in the little cork that I have up here representing the stem of my pumpkin as like a little message board. And the cool thing about this one is I actually used wooden Easter eggs that I had left over from the Dollar Tree to make this. I used Mod Podge to secure leftover like scrap fabric that I had To the front, you just kind of do a layer of Mod Podge on the wood, lay your fabric down, and then do another layer of Mod Podge, which for those of you guys who don't know, it's like a mixture of glue and water. It's just, you know, it's a adhesive, and it makes the fabric stick nice and, you know, secure on your objects. And then I just kind of trimmed it and hot glued them together. I took one extra egg in the back so that it can stand up, and just kind of hot glued that. I cut out a little sliver of the cork so that it can sandwich one of the center egg. So if you want to know more details on how to make this, again, the videos are linked. But this one I just like because it's just very simple. I like the buffalo check, I think that's what it's called, print. I like this black and white print. So, and then this little twine, little wired cord is also from the Dollar Tree as well, and I use it in my next craft as well. So my last craft is actually just a bunch of them. I did a video on like a couple different easy pumpkins you can do to decorate your house, and even though Halloween's over, you can still decorate your house for Thanksgiving in more ways. This is actually a toilet paper roll wrapped in fabric, and then the Dollar Tree sells these wooden stems. So I just took like a scrap leaf that I had on hand from, you know, previous crafts where I used like the lavender and like remove the leaves. And then you just kind of jam it in the hole of where the toilet paper would go. And so we have this cute little pumpkin, and it could be like your spare toilet paper roll for if you run out and then you're like, oh my gosh, I have no more. And then you're like, wait, I have my pumpkin. Let's undo this and go to the store right now to go pick up some more. So I like this idea because it makes it so that you have one more roll that you might forget about, and then it's like your saving grace. So these two little pumpkins I actually made using old tennis balls that had kind of like lost their oomph. I used this nautical or decorative nautical rope that I got from the Dollar Tree, and just kind of like hot glued a little spiral, put my tennis ball on top, and then continued to wrap the rope around the tennis ball and just kind of securing it and hot gluing it to the tennis ball. And then again, I used one of my wooden stems and my extra leaf up top and just kind of hot glued that down, and took this little wired twine to create that, to finish off the pumpkin look. So that's one style that I did. And then another one, I again took a tennis ball and just kind of did like, you know, one of the 3 ropes that kind of go together in a strand, and then broke up them as well, and just kind of did this own little pattern. I think this was using whatever was left over from this one. So it was kind of like a, how can I use this last little bit? And this is the one I came up with. Again, you can check out that video if you want to know how to make this one. But the next ones are super easy. So I have a larger one and a smaller one, but they're essentially like the same. I got a little pack of like twine that's rolled like around this size from the Dollar Tree. And, you know, I can plan on using this for a craft later, but it has a nice hole in the center, kind of like a toilet paper roll. And I just wrapped fabric around it and shoved the wooden stem in, just kind of like I did for this one. But if I want to, I can just disassemble this and use the twine in future crafts. But I really like how this one looks, and it was so easy to make. Again, you just like wrap the fabric over, kind of tucking it in, and then shoving in a wooden stem that you can buy from the Dollar Tree. And it comes in a pack of like probably 30. So I still have a whole bunch left over, and I'm gonna have to come up with a craft for that. And my last little craft is not really probably the most impressive one, but it might be a fun activity to do with your kiddos. So I took an old tennis ball, I kind of cut off part of the bottom so it would stand flat, and cut a hole in the top. And in that hole, I shoved in a wooden stem from the Dollar Tree along with one of my little scrap leaves, and painted it orange. And I think it just makes a really cute like mini pumpkin that you can have, and the kids would, you know, feel accomplished that they made their own decoration. So this was the last one. I think it's adorable. I hope you guys liked it too. I really hope you guys liked all of these crafts that I made. If you like them and want to make them for yourself, go ahead and check out my tutorials linked down below. There's one for each of these crafts, and they are short and sweet. I just do a quick little voiceover and show you everything that you need to know in order to duplicate these guys. And if you like any of my crafts that use a Cricut and you don't have one already for yourself, don't worry, there are plenty of stickers that you can buy from the Dollar Tree or other stores, or other ways to get creative, ways you can handwrite stuff, so you don't need to have a Cricut to duplicate these projects. And the last thing before you guys go and hit that like and subscribe button, I just wanted to give you a glimpse at some crafts that I want to do next. I will be working with these tiles that I got from Lowe's, probably breaking them off and either making magnets or a cute little cement tray with this already mixed concrete. So I will be branching out and trying something new, and I hope that whenever I finish and show you guys that you like the final product. So thank you so much for all of your guys' love and support, and I will catch you in the next one. Woohoo! You've made it to the end of the video. If you didn't know already, my name is Emily from Limabean Living. Welcome, we are so happy to have you. We post videos every Monday and Friday on a variety of content: lifestyle, cooking, cleaning, military life, DIYs, encouraging mathematical development in children, and so much more. Thank you so much again for watching, and until next time.